Hi, dear friends. We wish to invite you today to the celebration of the seasons of creation. This is an ecumenical celebration done by all Christian churches in collaboration and in support of our brothers and sisters of the Orthodox tradition who have always been celebrating this be the first day of September as a day, beginning of creation, and so prayer for creation. But we celebrate it particularly putting the emphasis on the seasons of creation. So this invites us not to celebrate creation as just an event which we attribute to God, but in its diversification of the 4 seasons, if we're living here in Europe, or the 2 seasons if we're living in the tropics. Here in Europe we have winter, that leads us to spring, that leads us to summer, that leads us to autumn, and then, so this cycle. And this cycle is so important because there are plants which cannot do well without one or the other cycle. Think about a vine. Wherever wine is produced, you need a winter rest to produce whatever grows. Tulips in Amsterdam require a season of rest, a season of sleep in the cold winter. So that's the beauty of the seasons of creation. But for us, it's also important to recognize that God created the world according to these seasons, to consist of these 4 seasons. And this means that God created the world according to an order which is represented by the succession of these 4 seasons, or 2 seasons if it's in the tropics. This orderliness of creation invites us to consider what God has created also in terms of a cosmos. Cosmos, the Greek word cosmos, means to establish order or to adorn. So the orderliness of creation, so things are not just jumbled and mixed together, but we have a period of winter, we have a period of summer, we have this succession of events mean that we're invited to recognize the orderliness with which God created everything. And in fact, orderliness makes for beauty. And orderliness is what makes the world a habitable place for humanity. Therefore, when our world is threatened, it's threatened because the risk is then that the orderliness that exists is being abused, is being thrown overboard, and when there's no order, then it's big chaos and everything is jumbled together, and the earth is not capable of supporting human life anymore. So on this day, we want to recognize this, that God created the world with order, to obey a certain orderliness so that it can support human life and human existence. And this is what we want to recognize. And so thank God in the first place for having created the world with such orderliness, and also pray that we ourselves also learn to help maintain this order that exists in creation so that we don't go back to chaos, which according to scriptures was what everything was before God started creation. Thanks for your attention, and thanks for wanting to celebrate this with us.